Sagittarius, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will focus on the events coming up for you in the near future. Also, don't forget that energies go both ways. Feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonate with your own personal situation. Now, let's begin. Okay, you got three major arcana right away on the surface. You might be feeling as though you're not in full control over your reality right now. There is something right here that feels out of control, but trust me, it's really taking you to a beautiful place. And I see that feeling right here, in fact, with the main energy. We have the Eight of Swords followed by the Sun. And to me, this is a very strong and actually very important message for you right away. Before we get into the details of what this is, there is something that you should know. And this message is telling you, Sagittarius, you're going to be fine. We don't know yet what this Eight of Swords entails, but clearly there is something that might be bringing you down at the moment. Something that, again, feels out of control and something that you're trying to figure out and resolve. Well, regardless of what that is, just keep in mind that it's eventually going to work out in your favor and that you have nothing to fear. You will be fine. So we will see what this is about. And just to begin with, we have a very interesting combination right here. The Wheel of Fortune followed by the Knight of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune, as you might know, brings major changes in your life. Whereas instead, the Nine of Pentacles is an energy that moves very slowly and might make you feel as though nothing is changing at all. And this reminds us of something very important, actually. We often don't realize that we are in the middle of a major life change until the change happens. And that's exactly what I see here and where I see you headed towards. A total reset, almost as if you were about to push a reset button in your life, and everything that put you in that Eight of Swords position was starting to go away, was starting to dissolve. And even if you cannot see it yet, you need to trust the process and expect big things, Sagittarius. Especially with last week's reading. We had such a beautiful reading for you last week, and we started to see all of these changes coming in. Make sure to check out the reading if you haven't already. But I feel that some of you with this Nine of Pentacles right now might fear that this change is never going to come. And please don't do this to yourself. The environment is changing around you. And if you start believing that nothing is coming for you, that mindset alone will prevent you from taking advantage of these energies and gifts that are about to shape up around you very soon. And keep in mind something else very important as well. Once the Knight of Pentacles will have exhausted its energy, the Wheel of Fortune will take over. And that's when it will be hard to keep up. Nothing has happened for a while, perhaps, in your life or regarding a specific situation. But when it will start happening, then it will be fast. And most things are going to happen all together, all at once. And so what's in this Wheel of Fortune energy? New people, people from the past coming back, career moves, abundance, you being able to splurge on yourself and be proud of where you are in life. And this is right now just the anticipation to it. Make time your friend instead of making it your enemy. Don't forget that with the Wheel of Fortune, there is always a lesson that needs to be learned. And I truly believe that this lesson is what we see coming up next. And so right here, we see the moon, the tower, and the Six of Cups. And I do start sensing a external energy actually coming into the reading. There is someone playing hide and seek, not wanting to be found, yet hoping that they will be, or that at least you will be looking for them. I believe that this is someone from the past who has never been able to fully let you go. Someone who perhaps is too proud to admit that. They actually wanted to come back immediately after they have left, regardless of how long ago this has happened. Someone whose wish is for a reconciliation, very simple, but also someone who knows that your mind is stronger than your heart, and that when you're done, you are really done. Now, what we see here is that there is a surprise coming from this past connection. And I have to be honest though, I don't think that this is something that they are going to initiate. I truly feel, at least so far, that this is a coincidence. You might be at a traffic light one day and you just see them on the other side of the street. For some other maybe of you, this event will be more intense, maybe face to face, closer together, but regardless, that's not what this message is about. The message here focuses on the impact that this tower is going to have on you. In a way, seeing this person will almost be like someone putting a big mirror in front of your face, and it's going to create some sort of awakening within you. You're going to see something which maybe you were not expecting. There is a trigger, and it's going to be an important one in order for you to smoothly keep moving towards that wheel of fortune up here. At first, you might just start thinking about the hurt that you have experienced last time that you've seen or talked to this person. Then you might start to compare your life to theirs, maybe. Where am I in life after so many months or years, and where are they? Who is doing better? We do that. It's absolutely normal. But after that first initial phase, once it's passed, you're going to get to the pivotal trigger, which is the most important one right here. You see it in the middle of the Wheel of Fortune. I get the feeling that for some of you, this was the last time you truly opened yourself up to love. The last time that you trusted someone without fearing the consequences. The last time you truly loved so deeply, so freely. And right now, this encounter is just reminding you of that version of yourself. A person who was always ready to love, always ready to take risks and go for things that seemed impossible to achieve, just by thinking, what the hell? What's the worst that can happen? The eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, not knowing about what the risks are because you haven't experienced them yet, at that time at least. And although it's fair to learn from past mistakes and not just be naive about things, only the bravest can truly be successful. And this is reminding you that if you just spend your days trying to keep yourself absolutely stable at all costs without taking risks, that Wheel of Fortune might not manifest for you. Because at a certain degree, it requires you to gamble at life and take a risk, even when it scares the crap out of you. And look what we have here. The Fool and the Two of Swords. First of all, the Fool is exactly what we have been talking up to this point. What we have been talking about. Live life like you've never felt before. Love like you've never been hurt before. If you knew 100% that you couldn't fail, what would you do differently today? The answer to that question shows you what you have to do next. And it won't be long until another pivotal event is going to happen for you in which you will be required to make a decision. And that decision, again, will scare the crap out of you. It will feel risky. It will put you in front of a risk, in a risky position. But the only way towards that new chapter is through risk, especially in this specific situation. Nothing wrong in having a fallback plan. Bring with you a parachute just in case, but don't be afraid to jump and see where this is going to take you. The fool is someone who says, I see that there is no more land for me to walk on. I know I'm going to fall into the void, but what the hell? I'll learn how to fly. And how do you fly? You see it here with the star. I see it, the star and death. Hope is the only way to take risks and enter an unknown territory without turning back and running away after 5 minutes. You have to be a little crazy in order to take big risks. And for you right here, we see that this gamble will pay off big time. Death, rebirth. Get ready here for everything to change, Sagittarius, forever. This is absolutely beautiful, and don't expect something huge coming your way at once, just while you're sitting on the couch and say, here you are, now your life has changed completely. Congratulations. As you've seen, this is going to be a process, and it revolves around these pivotal moments in which you have to make a choice. We've seen the X. We've seen this Two of Swords. What is this going to be about, though? What is this choice going to be about? Let's look into it. Let's see what's about to come your way in the near future, how to best handle it, and how it's promising to change your life forever. This is your chance, Sagittarius. Do not miss out on it. Now, if you want to keep going with the reading and dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Sagittarius. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Page of Wands. And this is a beautiful energy to have. It's definitely explaining why you have a choice to make here. Because this Page of Wands represents good news. It represents something coming in which will bring passion, will bring that fire, which maybe you were trying to push away in fear that maybe it was going to be too much of a risk, that it was going to bring you instability. Whereas now instead, we see that this is going to be your way out of a time of stagnation, a time where maybe you didn't take risks because you didn't want to make certain mistakes that you might have made in the past. But now the past has come back for a very specific reason, not because it's going to be part of your future, but because it's going to remind you of that version of yourself who maybe in the previous years would have immediately jumped on this opportunity. Now, this is your moment to take this opportunity, grab it, hold it tight, and go with it. Because we see what it's taking you with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun up there. It will feel something small and insignificant. Whereas instead, this is the seed that will go into the ground and will transform into not a beautiful tree, but a beautiful forest. So let's see what this Two of Swords is going to be about. Let's see what you should expect in the near future, what that choice will be, and how is going to evolve in the years to come. Let's start by clarifying the Two of Swords and the Page of Wands. Okay. Wow. Look at this. This is exactly what we were talking about. Oh my God. The Lovers, the Eight of Cups, and the Six of Swords. I see why you are fearing this. But this is truly going to be that pivotal moment after which nothing will be the same. So first of all, we see the Star again down here at the bottom of the deck. And this is for a very specific reason. We see something that once you really hoped for. Something